Hey everybody! Do you guys like this look that I created for today? If so, I want you to get ready with me, so keep on watching.
Don't look at me. Every day is so wonderful.
Hello friends, I am Nikki and welcome back to my channel. This is quite a terrifying sight to see. Me without a smidge of makeup on my face. Yeah, it goes to show how much makeup can make a person look so different. But that's because today I'm going to be doing my very first Get Ready With Me video. I'm a little scared, but really excited. This should be a lot of fun. Just so you know, I am not a makeup artist, not even close to being one. My makeup skills continue to evolve. I'm learning something new every day. But I'm going to do everything step by step for you, kind of like a tutorial. And hopefully you will enjoy this. This video is also in partnership with Farmasi. They make makeup, skincare products, perfume, all of the fun stuff us girls enjoy. A dear friend of mine happens to be a representative of Farmasi, and she asked me to please review some of the makeup products, and I kindly obliged. So I will be using some of their products, some of my products, to come up with this overall look for you today. And just so you know, if you want to purchase any Farmasi products, please check out my description box. I did put a link for you as well as a code. If you use that link and code, you will be entered into a raffle to win an eyeshadow palette valued at $45. And this is the first time I'm ever using any Farmasi products, so I am still going to be completely honest with you in my review. So let's change this. Hey guys, time to get beautiful, or at least attempt to. I'll do the best that I can. This should be fun. And I apologize that I'm not looking directly into the camera like this. I'm not trying to not make eye contact with you, but I have an iPad, so it's like looking into a mirror. Apologize for that. But I already washed my face, so I have a nice clean canvas to work with. So of course, the next thing to do is prime. And luckily for me, I have a Farmasi primer right here. This is the VFX Pro Camera Ready Perfecting Makeup Primer. It's a really shiny box. Sorry guys, I just wanted you to see what the packaging is all about. So I'm going to take this out and you get this nice tube. So I am going to go ahead and apply some primer. I don't usually need much. Just a little dab will usually do ya. We'll see how this goes. It's really soft and moving around on my fingers a lot, so it should hopefully move around on my face a lot too. And it is. It's stretching out pretty good. It's getting everywhere. Soft. It's got more of a greasy, oily type texture to it. It's soft though. It's kind of like that. So want to mention that because I know sometimes texture is important to some people. Of course, the most important part of it is, does it grip the makeup and does it give you a nice look? So while that sets in, let me talk a little bit about the foundations that I have here. I actually have two foundations from Farmasi. When I chose what to try, I thought I was ordering one foundation and one powder. Obviously, I didn't. That was my mistake. So I have here the Flawless Touch Pota Cream and also the VFX Pro Camera Ready Reduced Skin Visual Effect Foundation. Sorry, that's a lot of words right there. So since I use the VFX Pro Camera Ready Primer, I'm going to use this foundation. They're both in the same shade, which is vanilla, and I will do a separate video on the cream. So let me take this out. Really nice packaging and bottle. This is really heavy. And hopefully this matches. Finding the right match to my skin tone of foundation is the most difficult thing for me with makeup, honestly. I know that I have purchased many that don't match, but makeup's expensive, so I usually wear it anyway, especially when I'm not going anywhere. So if you see me not having a match, it's okay. I know. So I'm going to put some of this on my brush. Yes, guys, cringe. I'm using a brush. I don't like the beauty blenders for foundation. That's just me. So use whatever works for you. And this is just a kabuki brush from Amazon. So I'm going to pat that on, and that looks really yellow. We'll see how it blends. But I will tell you this much. Using a brush like this gets into these crevices like that and up like this a whole lot easier. It's spreading out good. And yes, I know I put it on my lips. I used to not do that. And then I found that it actually works better for my lip colors, and especially the glosses. Really makes it shine. And I'm already running out of product, which is not a bad thing because I'm using a brush. If you use a beauty blender, you probably won't. Okay, so now that I have it on, it did spread nicely. Obviously, I already told you why I had to use more product, but it did cover well. And I can already tell, though, it is not the right shade for me. One of those things, you never know until you try, right? But it's just a little off. So I'm going to go a little further down on my neck than I usually would because of that. Because stupid turkey neck, gobble gobble. Never used to have that. Once I turned 40, it appeared just magically. Sorry. I kind of gave away a little bit about what my age is, but all right. So I've got that on. So next I'm going to go ahead and use some concealer, and I am using the Jouer Essentials concealer. I don't remember what shade this is. I can't read that small. My eyes have gotten worse over the years too. Damn aging process. So I will try to remember to put it in the description box. And I don't use much concealer. I know beauty gurus will just like put a big triangle under their eye. And I have learned from a professional makeup artist, you're not supposed to use that much. You only need a little bit. Don't waste product. So I'm going to put it right where I usually do. I don't put any on my nose because if you haven't noticed already, I have a witch nose. So I don't want to define that any more than it already is. And I'm going to blend this in. Oh, but before I do, I just want to explain, if you've ever seen any of my wig reviews without a wig cap on, it looks like I have a ton of gray hair around my perimeter. This is why. It's just because when I apply my foundation, I get those hairs. I have baby hairs placed in weird places. So I'm a little messy with it. But since I wear wigs every day, I don't really care. So I'm going to go ahead and use a beauty blender for this and blend it all in. Okay, so now I have that. You saw I use the beauty blender and I used my finger a little bit. Only time I use my finger is for dabbing concealer and sometimes for shimmer eyeshadows. Now most people now would use powder or aka bake. I used to do that. I learned it's actually not a good thing to do because you are using different types of products with different textures and formulas on top of one another, and they're not supposed to mix together. So yeah, I stopped doing it. And I found that my makeup actually works a lot better when I don't use the powder. Gee, go figure. I wonder why now. So I'm going to skip that step and now go into my contour. I almost forgot what I was going to say. So I am going to use my Beauty Bakery Coffee and Cocoa palette. I love this. It's great for every skin tone. You can see which ones I use the most of course, here. So I'm going to grab a cheap little brush again that is angled, and I'm going to go in with this one here called Deja Brew. And this is just applying. I'm just going to whoop like so. Don't worry, I'll blend it out. And another swoop like so. I know it looks darker here than there. It's just the way the lighting and the camera angle is, but it will all work out. So, running out of room here. I need a better setup, guys. So I'm going to blend that in now. Okay, so got that. Now I'm going to bronze. Contour and bronzing are two different things for me. So now I am going to go in with my Jouer light to medium bronzer duo. And there's two shades in here. I have Sunlight and Suntan. These cute colors. That's perfect. And grab the right brush. This is just an e.l.f. blending brush. And I'm going to apply that around my perimeter and a little bit under my chin area because of my gobble gobble here. And I usually will dip into both shades, kind of do a mixture of the two, and then I will work that around. Okay, so that is all done. Obviously, my hair got in the way a lot, which happens. Kind of used to it by now. So, I am now going to go ahead and use some blush, which this I have from Farmasi. Right here's a cute little thing. This is the Tender Blush On in the shade Pink Lily. Now, with what I'm wearing today, I normally would probably go with a more mauvey or orangey color, but I'm reviewing today, so I'm going to try it. And I'm going to try to open it, though. I'll be honest, it's a little hard to open. There we go. I got it. Look at that. It's got some shimmer to it, so this might even work as a highlighter. So I'm going to go in with my blush brush. This is by ColourPop, the F30 brush. Apply some of that. Put it right here on the apple of my cheeks, and then bring it up. That's a pretty color, guys. Yeah, look at that shimmer. I think this could work as a pink highlighter. Because look at how it's making the skin kind of glow. Sorry, let me just kind of turn this down a little bit. See that? See that glow? Nice. Okay, so now that I have that on, that's the only place I want to put the blush because of the color that it is. I don't want to add too much to it. My face, that is. So I am now going to go ahead and do my highlighter. And grab the brush for that. I am going to be using my ColourPop F32 brush. And I'm going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Sugar Glow Kit because I want to go in with a more gold type of highlighter today. So I'm using this one down here. This one is called Butterscotch. And I used to apply my highlighter here and bring it up. And another thing I learned from a makeup artist, usually you should apply it to where the light hits you, like right in here. So I'm going to put it right there and bring it up right by the eye. I like that. See how that hits the light? Perfect. That's what I was going for. Obviously, same thing here. And I apply a little bit right here at the bridge of my nose, as well as the tip of my nose. Get my nice little shine there. And then a little bit right here at the lip. Not much, just a teeny tiny little bit is all I want to put there. So that is all I do for highlighter. And next what I'm going to do is my brows. And this is another thing a lot of you might cringe at. I don't do much with my brows. I need to get them waxed. I'll admit that. It's been a while. But all I do is I use Tattoo Studio by Maybelline. And this is in the shade light brown. And it is just a brow tint. So what I do is I just apply some over the hairs that I already have to kind of make them more defined. So let's do it. That's it. Not much. I know, not much. Let me darken this up a little bit. And my eyes are not asymmetrical. I have a little mole right there. And I found out when I was in beauty school that most people's eyebrows are not asymmetrical anyway. So I know most people will spend hours sometimes on their brows. It's not my thing. So next, of course, is the most fun part for me. My favorite part of all, doing eyeshadows. So what I'm going to do today is just do one eye and then I will do the other one off camera. Kind of save some time that way. And I'm going to go ahead and prime both eyes though at once. And I'm going to use my P. Louise eyeshadow base. This is in the shade Rumor. And that is the lightest shade it's available in, if I'm not mistaken. It's basically white. And I find it's the best one to use, actually, just because my shadows show up a little bit better. And you don't need much of this. A little dab will do you. Look at that. And that'll spread pretty far. And I think this works a ton better than using concealer, because concealer is actually water-based, so it's not going to actually hold your shadows as well. It's not the right formula for it. Okay, so now that the base is on and it's all blended, I am ready to do my shadows. So you can see how white that is. And the brushes I used are just, again, cheapy ones from Amazon. I have a wide array of brushes, just so you know. And what I'm going to use today for my look is the ColourPop California Love palette. Let's see why. Look at these shades. You can tell I use it quite often. Okay, so I just had to find the right brush that I wanted to use. I'm using this Morphe brush. There's no number on it. It's just the set I have doesn't list it. But I want to get into that socket really well. And the bristles that are on here really work for that. So I want to start out by going in with this shade right here. and that one is called Laguna. Like I said, I'm only going to do one eye for you today, and then I'll do the other one off camera, but I'm going to do this eye. It's actually my easier eye to do, and I know you should do the less dominant eye first, but today I'm not going to. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and put it right here in the socket and work my way over, going all the way over, really getting into that socket. And I'll bring it out just a tad. Like that. See, so I got that color in there. You can always add more if necessary, which I think I'm going to actually just a tad. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is blend it, so that'll bring it up just a little bit. So that just softened it up a little bit up in here. You see where that's a little more softer. But you still got that line there, which is nice. And this brush is another Morphe brush, just a nice fluffy blending one. So now what I want to do is add a color above that. So I just got to find the right brush again. Here we go. This is another one by Morphe. And you can see the bristles on it, so it's perfect for kind of rubbing like that. And I want to go in, obviously, kind of more like a transition shade above it. So I'm going in with this one down here. This is called Bay. And now I'm just going to kind of gently, I have my hands way down here at the bottom of the brush, just so that way it's kind of like a dusting effect. Like that. See how nice and soft that is? That works really nice. And then of course you got right there in that crease socket area, that more defined color, and doesn't really mess with that too much. Because obviously you could put the transition shade on first and then this. I found that this method just tends to work a little bit better with making those colors be more defined. So now I want to go in and put a color in my corner, my outer corner, and I think, trying to look at these, let me get in the light there. I think I want to go in with this one right here. And that one is called Highway, some of that. And I'm using this ColourPop brush. This is the E27 one. This one works amazing for getting into that corner right there. And what I'm going to do is get there in the corner. And I'm also going to bring it over just a little, not much. Just like that. And then obviously I will go ahead and buff that out a little bit more. So I'm just going to grab a blending brush. This is just a Morphe Jeffree Star blending brush. In there. See, I didn't want to go over too far because I didn't want to cover up this nice pretty color that we put in there first, but just enough to give you that pop in the corner. That's what I'm looking for today. Every day is a little something different. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and do my lid. And I could do a cut crease, but I'm not going to today. I think this look is better without one. And I want to go in with this really pretty gold shimmer right here. And that one is called Cruisin'. I think that's going to be pretty. And I first try to use a brush, see if that works. If it doesn't, then I do the alternate route with my fingers. And this is another ColourPop brush. This is the E25 one. It's a nice smudging brush, but the bristles are a lot softer. So it really helps with application. I'm just going to stamp that on the lid.
And yeah, it's working really good with just the brush. It's been a while since I've used these colors.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Right there, that's what I want. So when I close my eye, it's like this. But obviously you got that harshness right there of the brown and the gold. So I'm just going to bring that over a little bit, and I'm going to grab this smudging brush by Morphe Jeffree Star, and I'm just going to do this. I'm going to take where that brown is and just smudge it over a little bit so it blends in with that color I just applied. So then you don't have that harsh contrast between the two colors. So it's more like that. That's what I'm going for. So now I'm going to do my inner corner. And I'm grabbing this one by Morphe. Again, I don't know the number, but you can see it's got completely different bristles. It's a good one for getting there in that corner. And I want to go in with this one, I think. Right here, and it is called Havana. That's what it says. There's a lot of letters there written really small. I'm trying my best here. So I am going to go right in that inner corner, just dabbing a little bit. I don't want to put too much because I know it's a bit of a darker shimmer, and that's what I want right there, just like that. Bam. Hello. Just a tiny little bit, but that color does pop. That's nice. So all that's left now is the bottom lash line, and I'm grabbing another brush by ColourPop. This one is the E28 brush. I really think this one works good for the shape of doing the under eye, and I want to go in with this one here called Gold Rush. There. And I brought that all the way pretty much to the tip. It is kind of smokied out there on that tip there. So it's more defined here and less there. And I'll be honest, they almost match this one and that one, but this one I put in the corner does have more shimmer to it. So that's all I'm going to put to the lower lash line. I don't want to add anything more to it. I think it looks just fine the way it is. So I'm going to add an eyeliner now. And this is also by ColourPop. This is their cream gel liner. Don't really know what shade this is. It doesn't say. I can't remember. But it's this really pretty gold. So it'll go perfect with the whole motif that I'm doing today. And I'm going to just apply this to that waterline. See the difference? I hope so. That's the whole goal. And I'm going to go do the other eye off camera and be back with some lashes. But just so you know, I will do the finishing spray and the lips when I come back. Okay, guys, I'm back. And I got the other eye complete, got my lashes and wig on. And I did go ahead and complete the look with my lips, which I wanted to originally do on camera for you. But I realized that since it's the first time I'm doing this, I went over my original time limit, so I didn't want to extend it any longer. But I got all the products here. I will show you and tell you which ones I used. And also, of course, give you my final thoughts on the Farmasi products that I reviewed today. So, one of the things I meant to do on camera and didn't was apply my mascara. I have very thin, short, and light colored lashes, but I love this product. It is by Thrive Cosmetics. It is the Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. It actually looks like I have lashes when I wear this. And it is currently the only mascara that I own right now. So that's saying something there. And for my lashes today, I'm wearing these. I always buy in bulk from Amazon. They're Wleek, W-L-E-E-C, Beauty Lashes in the style F36. So for my lips today, it's all Juvia's Place today, honey. I love them. And because my lips are very, very thin, liner does help, but I don't always wear it. But I did today. So I'm wearing this lip liner, and this, like I said, is from Juvia's Place, and this is their Luxe Liner in the shade Lush. So I'm wearing that. For the lipstick, I'm wearing their matte lip. Look at the angles on this baby. That is something. I love that. You can get in there every which way. And this is in the shade Libra. Then I wanted to do a little bit of gloss, so I'm just using the Juvia's Place gloss. I just dabbed a little bit on there, and voila, my lip is done. So with the finishing spray, I went in with my Milk Hydro Grip Setting Spray, and the look is complete. So what do you think? This was a challenge for me, like I said, but I had fun. I hope you did too. And regarding the Farmasi products, well, even though the foundation wasn't exactly the right shade for me, I still think it performed well. It really spread and out evenly and nicely. It gave me a nice finish. So I do like the actual foundation. And I'm very, very impressed with the blush. Look at that. It really gives you that sparkle on your cheeks without even having to use any highlighter there. Look at that. That's pretty. So, really nice blush. As far as the primer goes, it's a totally different type of formula or texture that I'm used to, but it seems to be holding up nicely. So, we'll see how it performs throughout the rest of the day. But as of right now, I'm happy with it. And of course, I will do a completely separate video just where I use the foundation cream. Even though I know it's not the right shade for me, I'm going to do it anyway because I said I would. So that's what I think about the Farmasi products. Make sure that you go down in the description box and click on that link and use the code I also provided for you. So that way you can purchase your own Farmasi products and get entered into that raffle to win an eyeshadow palette valued at $45. You can only get entered for that if you use that link and code. So do that. But I, of course, have got more videos coming. I want to do more makeup looks, do things differently. Won't always do the get ready with me, but I love doing these types of things for you. And I hope you enjoy watching them. I hope you watched all the way through too. It would break my heart if you didn't. So, hope you did. And go ahead and put down in the comments your thoughts. Let me know if you have any questions or suggestions for me. I'm always open to those. And I upload videos every Monday, Thursday, and Friday, plus surprise days. So if you haven't already subscribed, just join the party and do it already. I don't want you to miss anything that I have coming. And of course, if you already are a subscriber, thank you so, so much. I do appreciate it. So that's all I have for today. Thank you again for watching. I will catch you in the next one though. So until then, bye-bye.